All right, get back to another Q&A. Um, I'm going to do like probably two in one day because I'll be leaving this week, going to Austin for a week, and so it's like 3.5 hour drive for me. But work stuff, and then been busy with soccer this morning. My kids, they have games on every Saturday right now. So, all right, let's jump right into the questions. First one is about acne. How do you control your acne while on testosterone? We can take this a little bit further and just be like, hey, how do you control it while you're on any type of anabolic hormones? I don't have that problem. I would say the only times I've ever have was if my estrogen dropped too low, and then you get some like cystic acne. But there's a lot of different variables for you in this one. Like you could be looking at the type first. If we're just sticking with the drugs, what ester are you using? What oil are they using? Who's your supplier? You might have an allergy to whatever they're using, oil in there, or even the uh, what you call it, solvent. So it just depends on that as well. So you can play around with where you're getting it if it's underground, but if you're getting it from your urologist, you should be getting test sip, and that's pharmaceutical. So outside of that, kind of playing around, check your estrogen, make sure that's not too high or too low. Either one of those, typically you'll see some sort of reaction with your skin, more of a cystic acne. If it's not a cystic acne, if it's just kind of like dots everywhere, you you need to look at sorry, you need to look at your hygiene. Like how often are you washing your bed sheets? Are you wearing the same shirts throughout the entire day after going to the gym rather than changing shirts? If you sweat a lot throughout the day, change your shirt throughout the day. If you're having acne on your glutes area as well, or your legs, again, change underwear, change pants. Because sometimes people mistake acne for also like a fungus. So you might need to change your underwear for that. What type of soap are you using? Antibacterial soap. A lot of people swear by Dial because that also helps dry out the skin. Because sometimes the testosterone or a DHT derivative can increase the amount of oil, so the amount of sebum that your body has, and that could be leading to acne or even could be leading to um, ingrown hairs after you shave. Uh, so I use St. Ivy's. It's like a natural source of like a sea salt, and I don't even know. But it's like something that my body doesn't react to and I don't get inflamed from. But it seems to help, right? Wash your face multiple times throughout the day if you need to. It's you. The best way to do it is to check your blood levels a lot, and whenever it improves, okay, well then now you kind of know the direction to be going and staying within range as far as your dosing goes. Food is also something that might flare up acne, so whether it be dairy, gluten, maybe even white chicken, eggs, some of those things can cause some acne if your body is intolerant to them or has some sort of um, like IgG response to it. So um, supplementation is another thing. So whatever uh, the supplements that you take or not taking, like fish oil, may be able to help. Vitamin B3, the fat soluble niacinamide might help. Um, Trying to think what else. I think that's about it. Um, but yeah, sometimes it's just genetic as well. You just get cystic acne. They, I wouldn't buy, um, what's that? The acne medication that they give you. It's supposed to flare it up pretty severe, but that's the inflammation to help combat the Accutane to help combat the acne. So it flares up worse and then it goes away. by drying things out. But the problem is it's pretty harsh on the liver, so that would be my last resort. And yet I would get that from a dermatologist, not underground, because I don't know of anyone that has a legitimate source. What's your favorite cheat meal? Uh, this person's is pizza. I do not like pizza. I'm not a big fan of like burgers and fries. I would say it would be sushi, and I don't like all the mayo and stuff on it. Just like sashimi and nigiri sushi, and maybe like one or two rolls that don't have all that mayo stuff, or like the crab. I like to get it as fresh as possible. So cheat meals for me is just more like a higher voluminous foods, or it's just something that I don't eat all the time. Like if I can go and get in sushi, man, it costs like for all of us to go out, it costs like over $120. So like $150 or something. So we're not doing that on a regular basis or regular weekend basis. Um, Maybe tacos would be something else, like the legit tacos from like a taco truck. So or taco stand. Other than that, it's pretty much it. I don't like going out to eat because if I can cook it at home, why am I paying someone else to cook? And I don't know what the kitchen's like. I don't know what the food handling is like. I have a lot of trust issues when it comes to restaurants. Um, and I'm not like a sweets person, so I don't like cheesecake or ice cream and all that stuff. It's not my go-to. I'm more of a savory, but if I had to do sweets, it would be soft serve ice cream only, not like the scoop ice cream. So I'd rather go with like the fake, crappy ice cream, like a just something plain, uh, like plain vanilla ice cream on a cone. Pretty gay, licking a cone as uh, as an adult man. Next one. Uh, so this person is asking about liver health and if have you ever had it? Did you talk to? Um, I noticed that you talked about it on one of your videos. How did you um, clear it up? Um, I so my numbers were inflated due to exercise because I would get my blood work done like an hour after my exercise. And it would sometimes be on days where I train really hard and break down a lot of muscle tissue. So it looks like trauma to the body. So your ALT and AST are messed up, but my GGT is never out of range. So therefore, my liver's fine. I just keep my liver health in check because I don't know like it's preventative. So I don't want to have issues later on. So I do take TUDCA, I take NAC, um, and I really don't care about milk thistle. I prefer higher doses of TUDCA, NAC, higher doses because it converts to glutathione. The glutathione isn't that well orally absorbed. If I were to get glutathione, I would do an IV drip. The shots that they have, it kind of burns. You can also do choline and methanol, but if you have cirrhosis of the liver, I would stay away from carnitine. This doesn't seem to help the issue, only makes it worse. But I've never had any type of liver issues, nor never had non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. If you do have that or suspect to have that, I mean, obviously go see a doctor, get ultrasound, get things checked out. Best way to improve cholesterol, kidney function. Um, so cholesterol for lipids, sometimes you're going to have higher amount of dietary lipids, like fats from your foods, which can inflate the numbers if you're eating it too close to the blood work. So like try to avoid fats 12 hours out from your blood work. Uh, and when it comes down to a messed up lipid profile, it's not really the numbers, it's the ratios of the lipids. So if you have a low HDL, you want a low LDL. So think of it like Ubers and people waiting for Ubers. Like you don't want to have abundance of one or the other. So LDL's the Ubers, HDL's the pedestrians. So you don't want your your sidewalks to be crowded, nor do you want your parking lot to be crowded of Ubers trying to pick up somebody. So just keep them close together. You can do that with a couple of days of fasting. Can definitely help reduce any type of visceral fat and also improve lipids. Uh, the Cardarine or SLU, I'm a big fan of SLU right now, just because I'm taking it. I think it helps. I don't have any I don't have any issues with my cholesterol. It's all low, but my HDL has gone up since taking SLU. So I think that it's benefiting me, and it's only ever been like, what was it? I can't remember. It's on, I have my blood work, but I'm pretty sure it was like up to like 40, and I've always had like a 20 on my HDL, and I don't take any orals and such. So uh, to me, it's helping. Uh, Outside of that, for lipids, you have like reduced rice, but I think the new reduced rice, it doesn't have the same statin that's naturally found in it. I think it's filtered out now, so it doesn't work the same. I mean, I would continue to take like CoQ10 as well, um, nattokinase, fish oil. I mean, I would do a high dose of EPA and DHA, but EPA is more important because EPA can convert to DHA. DHA cannot convert to EPA. You can do a triglyceride form, fish oil, or you can do a phospholipid form of krill oil, and it's more bioavailable to the body because that's what our body recognizes. It's the phospholipid. So you don't need to take like the same number. So you don't, let's say you're taking uh, 2 grams of EPA from the omega-3 fatty acid from fish oil. You don't have to take 2 grams of krill oil. That'd be super expensive. I don't know the exact uh, like ratio or like number of krill oil you need. But I mean, I would say try to get at least like around 1 gram of EPA, maybe a little bit under EPA from krill oil. You should be fine. Um, I mean, outside of that, um, yeah, let's see. Um, yeah, I think that would be fine for the cholesterol. I'm not a big fan of like throwing a lot of different um, supplements at it. I'm not a big fan of niacin. I think that is a false indicator of improving cholesterol. I think fewer things can be taken, but I think nattokinase, uh, another one like angiographs seem to help really. Any type of polyphenol will really help as well. Uh, and that's also for kidneys as well. Kidneys, astragalus, so getting a very high percentage of astragaloside. The compound that's in astragalus. So if you're not taking like a very high concentration of astragoside, um, then I would probably do around 6 to up to 10 grams of astragalus a day. I don't see any issues in that unless you have CKD, so chronic kidney disease, which then you would just always talk to a physician, and the physician's going to say don't take it because there are some contradictions from nephrologists about astragalus saying that it worsens. But I don't know if that's true because they're also trying to sell you a drug to stay on for either a life or for a very long period of time while you take dialysis. So I don't really, and I also don't know the health of all these participants in the studies that to claim that astragalus is harmful to CKD, but that would be something that you would have to do yourself and let the doctor know. Um, but mm, yeah, I think that's about it. I think I said everything. And again, I also think that SLU helps with kidneys as well, and also retatrutide. For some reason, those seem to just improve overall organ health. And I've never had any kidney issues, but this is from what we're seeing from people who are anecdotally taking it and very open about their blood work. Um, so on to the next question. Calorie deficit after PCT. I think it's kind of dumb to even do a PCT, a post-cycle therapy. Once you're on, I mean, just freaking stay on. Like, what's the point of coming off? Like, because usually when people come off, it's for like a month or 2 months, and the drugs are still in your system. It's not like they're just dissipate after like a week or so. Uh, and also, you can still have fertility uh, while you're on cycle as well. I don't like I had 2 kids and I've never done the PCT, and I've been on, and whenever I'm off with like a blast, I just come down to like a TRT dose, and I haven't blasted for years. So, um, but it's dumb to to do a PCT. Like, there's no reason for HCG. There's there's better options out there. HMG is better. That's a protocol. I don't even know if HCG is real out there, even if it's coming from a doctor in pharmacy. Um, but yeah, just up your cycle and lower your cycle. It's gonna have more of a detriment to come off of testosterone if you've been on cycle, because now you're going to drop your levels, which that increases risk of muscle loss, increases risk of depression, increases risk of Alzheimer's, osteopenia. Um, it's worse to have low testosterone. You want to be optimal. So that's why I would just say stay at like a TRT level of like 120 to 200 per week, depending on your blood work. What supplements to reduce lactic acid? uh, so cordyceps are really good. That's a mushroom, and Pico 2 is like a blend of the mushrooms. Cordyceps the main one in there, and also beta alanine. The problem with beta alanine is that it really gets that tingles, the pins and needles feeling, that paresthesis feeling. I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer to get one that doesn't have that. They do make it, but it's very expensive. The other option is baking soda. So uh, the baking soda, water. I don't remember the ratio, but it's like a couple teaspoons to like a liter of water, and that'll work for you, man. You said you've had relative success with BCA and glutamine. It's probably just because you're drinking more, or the BCAs you're taking has some sort of electrolyte balance, or it's placebo. So you may not be working as hard as you think. So glutamine, BCAs do not help with lactic acid. The glutamine helps with the gut integrity, not, and BCAs helps with repair of the muscles and tries to trigger mTOR to build muscles with that leucine as the main driver. All right, that's it for today. And leave some more questions. Well, I'm just going to make another video with fewer questions so I can have something next week for you. Later.